I can see it now in the near distant future. Microsoft and Disney are going to battle it out on the battlefield. Like, there's blood will be shed. These two mammoths of companies who've been taking over everything are going to fight for world domination. They're going to rule the globe. They're going to have their fist down on you. You're going to be paying taxes to either one of the two companies. They're going to be creating the laws. They're going to be ruling everything. It's freaking nuts, man. You may be saying it's just video games, TV and movies, TV shows. I say that's just where it begins. This is just nuts. Power, control, money. That's what they want. But all jokes aside, this is ridiculous, man. Xbox plus Activision Blizzard king. Microsoft is taken over. I have some thoughts on this. I'm sure plenty of you guys have already heard the news today that Microsoft is trying to acquire Activision Blizzard for about $70 billion. This is freaking insane. $70 billion. I can't even find 70 cents right now, man. The world is tough. But yeah, these guys, they're acquiring Activision Blizzard and all these franchises, all these IPs, all these studios, Treyarch, Raven, High Moon, Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, Toys for Bob. The list goes on and on. When you look at all the companies that Microsoft has, their subsidiaries and divisions, it's crazy. 343 Industries, Coalition, the Initiative, Mojang Studios, Ninja Theory, Obsidian, Rare. Oh my God. Alpha Dog Games, ID Software, Roundhouse Studios, ZeniMax, the list goes on and on. And this is just getting added to with this whole Activision Blizzards, like one of those ice cream things from Dairy Queen. With them acquiring all this, I just find this nuts, dude. Is this good or is this bad? Obviously, it's good for Microsoft, but as far as everybody else is concerned, is this good for gamers? Or is this just ultimately going to lead to domination of the entertainment industry as far as games go? I've already been saying this quite a bit, regardless of any of these acquisitions, that I feel like Microsoft with Xbox, the way they've gone about it, and you know what, man, I have an Xbox, I love the system, I also have a PlayStation 5 and a Nintendo Switch. I just like playing these games, but there's things that Xbox has been doing, Game Pass Ultimate, some of the best values in gaming right now, and a lot of this stuff is supposed to go to that eventually, right? Now, I mean, they're supposed to treat Activision Blizzard as hey, they're still doing their own thing, but guaranteed you're going to see exclusive stuff for, Xbox and whatnot. But back to the point I was trying to make is that I've been saying that I almost feel like Microsoft has pulled themselves away from the console gaming market in a sense. And you might be like, dude, you're an idiot. They just, over a year ago, they released the Xbox Series X and S. Yes. But the way I'm looking at it, it's just another means to play their games. You could play their games on the PC. I feel like they're just giving options to get into their ecosystem. You could say the same for Nintendo or the PlayStation, but I feel like the way Microsoft is doing it, it's just these are PCs essentially, and we're just going to have our games available all over the place, all over your face type of thing. And it's a good thing in a sense. I kind of like what they're doing with certain things, but with Game Pass and Game Pass on the PC, there's a lot of value there for sure. But with them taking, man, Call of Duty, when, Call of Duty's always been on everything, not Nintendo for the most part. You did have a few little outliers there with that, but, Call of Duty was always a big thing. I remember myself and a lot of my friends always looked at it okay, we're getting it on PlayStation, right? There's always timed exclusive stuff, beta tests, demos, early access to certain things, launched on PlayStation first. That's coming to an end. But yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty crazy with Activision Blizzard. There's so many franchises here: Call of Duty, Crash Bandicoot, Candy Crush, DJ Hero, Diablo, Guitar Hero. And I know there's a lot of controversy with Activision Blizzard. I never really commented on any of this stuff because I don't really, look at everything that's going on in the news out there. But I know the state of California is like, has lawsuits against Activision Blizzard due to, workplace discrimination, also, all sorts of stuff. You guys know what it is. I'm not going to go into details. YouTube be like, what is this guy talking about here? You guys know. And, I'm not for any of that stuff. And right now, Bobby Kotick is in charge of Activision Blizzard, but it's said to be that he will be stepping down. That's what I've heard anyway, after this deal goes through, which won't be till like the summer of next year. So 2023, like June of 2023 is when they anticipate everything to go through. And Xbox boss Phil Spencer is, going to serve as CEO of Microsoft Gaming and oversee Activision Blizzard once this transaction is finalized. But I'm just like really curious, how is this going to change things? Is it going to change things? Because how I feel like Microsoft is part of that console world. I mean, it might be a little, I don't know how to verbalize how I'm thinking with what Microsoft is doing. Like, I feel like you have PlayStation, you have Switch, and then you have Microsoft, and it's PC and Xbox. It's kind of a different thing in my view. I don't know how to explain it well, but yeah, they're still part of everything. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure all these games still going to become the PlayStation and whatnot. Why would Microsoft throw money away? Unless it really is like, yeah, world domination. Like, we want to get rid of Sony. We're going to buy Sony. Could you imagine that? Microsoft comes out and, there was already like talks before, I guess, some really old news that they tried like acquiring Nintendo or something at some point, and they just laughed it off like, the fuck out of here, right? But I mean, these guys got more money than they know what to do with. It's freaking nuts. But with these allegations, the lawsuit, all that kind of stuff, people, they always say, you vote with your dollars. But, some of these games that Activision Blizzard makes did extremely well last year. And it's all about that money. Will Microsoft be able to turn this, view of the company around, which I don't think as many people are aware of the views of this company as you would imagine. It's mostly people online talking and whatnot. But, there's that group of people, they all want to play their Call of Duties every year, no matter how stale it gets. They're going to be playing it. I know World of Warcraft's kind of had, tanking subscriptions and whatnot. Final Fantasy 14 taking over, that type of thing. But overall, people still play these games. People still buy all this stuff. And I don't see that changing. But can Microsoft change the perception of the company and have some added value to those IPs? I don't necessarily think so. I think it's just going to be business as usual. I'm sure Microsoft's not going to allow, any of this crazy crap going on, within the company, which, you never know with anything. But I would imagine Microsoft's going to have their eyes on everything, overseeing things, but it's going to be business as usual. It's just those profits are going to be lining Microsoft's pockets, right? I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I just think it's nuts that these companies, man, acquiring so much, like timeless classics too, despite any of the more recent things going on here, but, games like Lost Vikings, Diablo, StarCraft, World of Warcraft, Warcraft, all those kind of things, Hexen, King's Quest, like they own it all. Pitfall. There's Skylanders. Are they going to bring Skylanders back? There's a lot of stuff here, man. I just, didn't really take notes or really anything with it. Just wanted to talk about it. Hear your guys' opinion and thoughts. I just think this is crazy. What's next for Microsoft, man? They owning it all. They're owning it all. Let me know what you think down below. Not too serious, man. Just wanted to talk. Appreciate you guys. Big ass blurry thumb butt like a Bigfoot. Bye.